Hello there. The weather pattern in Europe at the moment is stuck in repeat mode. We've got a large area of high pressure across Eastern Europe and it's blocking low pressure from pushing further inland. So it's stagnating across central and southern areas of Europe, and that's producing some heavy rain, significant record-breaking snowfall across the Alps, and it's producing some wetter weather through southern parts of Italy, across the Balkans and into mainland Greece. It's not looking too bad at the moment for Turkey under this influence of high pressure they've been talking about across Russia. There's that wet weather through parts of Greece, up into the Balkans, extending into southern Italy. More significant snow with weather warnings out across parts of Austria, and some heavy snowfall into Switzerland as well. Fine and settled into Moscow, although temperatures struggling just a touch. But as you can see, areas of low pressure still continuing to push in across parts of Spain and Portugal, also into southern France. So there's little respite over the next few days as that wetter weather moves in from the west. So west-east divide to come. This is the story then for our city forecast. Still some showers into Madrid, but slowly improving into the weekend. It stays rather cloudy with some rain at times for London and Paris. But a good deal of dry weather into Moscow continues, although the temperature's still on the cold side. Hello there. A forecast for Australia and New Zealand coming up shortly. But first of all, let's start off in Asia, where it's a quiet weather story at the moment. A large area of high pressure across China, keeping things very quiet indeed. But with light winds, early morning fog could be a problem, and some of this slow to clear away. There are some showers around, nothing particularly extensive. And as you can see across much of Japan and the Korean Peninsula, it's a quiet story as well. 4 degrees, the expected high in Beijing. Some of that fog could be slow to clear through central China through much of the day. A few scattered showers across the east coast of Vietnam. And there will be some showers generally through Malaysia and Indonesia, but not particularly extensive either. City forecast shows that dry, consistent theme continuing throughout the week. Now into Australia, there are a couple of tropical lows across the northwest at the moment. They look likely to push their way through Kimberley into Broome and push their way steadily southwards through the day. We could see 100 to 200 millimetres of rain from that system before it eases through. Not as hot as it has been across the southeast, but largely fine and dry. Different story for the North Island of New Zealand. It's windy, gale force gusts of winds at times, and there are some rain around as well, as you can see through the North Island. Not looking too bad for the South Island though, a few isolated showers. So this is the story over the next 5 days. Drier for Wellington. Take care. Hello there. Nothing too out of the ordinary with the weather at the moment across South America. We've seen some heavy rain just recently through southern Brazil, and you can see on the satellite picture there's still some shower cloud. It's a similar story over the next few days. Some showery outbreaks of rain across the southern tip of Chile. Fine into northern Chile and Argentina, a good slice of sunshine that extends as well into Uruguay. Now, further north of that is where we've got the showers, obviously close to the Amazon basin, affecting Venezuela, parts of Colombia, over into West Brazil, central and southern areas of Brazil, seeing some heavier rain, so that'll be affecting Rio de Janeiro too. Then we've got that fine sunny weather with temperatures into the mid-20s for Argentina, showery further south, but not too bad in terms of the feel of the weather. So our city forecast shows this, plenty of sharp showers to come into Rio, hopefully improving through the second half of the weekend. Let's move now to Mexico, Central America and the Caribbean. Mexico itself largely fine and quiet. There's quite a lot of cloud across the Yucatan Peninsula, and there's a trailing weather front that's just going to bring some showery outbreaks of rain across parts of Cuba and into Jamaica. And as that clears through, it's leaving some cooler air in place behind. So that could be a little bit of a shock to the system, with temperatures in the low 20s for Havana, but they will quickly improve into the start of the weekend. Hello there. It's a quiet weather story in North America at the moment, but a bit of a roller coaster ride with the feel of the weather. No 2 days the same. The first story is this area of low pressure moving away from the eastern seaboard. It allowed a northerly airflow, and that extends all the way south into Florida. So a real shock to the system here in terms of the feel of the weather. Further west, a large area of high pressure dominates the weather story at the moment. We do have weather fronts pushing in from the Pacific Northwest. That's going to be affecting parts of Alaska in the southeast and into British Columbia as well. So there'll be some rain and some snow here. Cloudy perhaps into Oregon, but for California, there's an interior wind again that's potentially exacerbating the critical wildfire risk we've got there at the moment, but the winds should ease down. Now, temperatures are going to cool off as well. Look at what happens in Denver, Colorado from 18 to 6 on Thursday. Cooler as well into Los Angeles with those winds easing too. Now, a northerly flow means a good deal of dry weather, but quiet across that eastern seaboard. A good slice of sunshine extends all the way down into Tennessee, into Georgia. That cooler air spilling down into Florida. So we'll see temperatures a little below the par for the time of year, but they are expected to climb back up as we move into Thursday. Look at New York going from 3 to 9. Hello there. Let's take a look at the forecast then for South Asia. And if we start off with a satellite picture, you can see that there is a circulation out in the South Indian Ocean. That is a storm developing, but we're not expecting it to cause too much of an issue to land. We have got some sharper showers across South Asia, and they're continuing, not quite as heavy or as widespread as in the last few days. Further north of that, it's still quite a quiet story. And at this time of year, that means that with light winds, we could see some fog tending to sit for much of the day. But as we go through the middle to the latter stages of the week, the winds should increase a little. Now, it's pretty cold across Central Asia at the moment. It's going to get colder still into Kazakhstan, but -10 as a daytime maximum through Wednesday afternoon. Some of that cold air pushing further southwards into the stans. Temperatures just holding up above freezing. Now, through Pakistan and northern India, it's fine and quiet. As I say, fog could be an issue. A few sharp showers down to the south as well, but there will be some sunny spells coming through, and temperatures are still likely to peak perhaps into the low 30s. So that's the story. Let's take a look at some of the city forecasts, see if there's going to be any significant change over the next few days. A few scattered showers into Mumbai, but elsewhere it's largely fine and quiet. The showers easing in Colombo, improving story into the weekend. That cold air is here to stay across Kazakhstan. Colder still as we move towards the weekend, but at least some sun. Hello there. An area of low pressure across the Mediterranean is affecting the far north of Africa, and it's producing some showery outbreaks of rain into Tunisia and northwest Libya. At the same time, we've got our usual seasonal rains, but some of these quite heavy, really across parts of Zimbabwe, Zambia, and also into Mozambique. And that's going to be the story as we go through Wednesday into Thursday. Elsewhere, there's a good deal of dry weather around. It's still largely quiet for many of the major cities. Let's take a look at some of the city forecasts then over the next 5 days. And you can see Cape Town stays dry and settled, picking up a few showers for Johannesburg from Friday onwards. Now to north, it looks as though we will continue to see an improving picture across Casablanca with plenty of sunshine returning from Thursday onwards. Let's take a look now at the Middle East, where here it's a largely quiet story, it has to be said. Good deal of fine weather, localised shamal perhaps, the wind picking up down through the Gulf Coast, and that could bring a little more fair weather cloud. But generally speaking, it's a dry, settled story with 25 degrees expected in Abu Dhabi by the middle of the afternoon. So that's the story on Wednesday. Dry with a good deal of sunshine, and it looks as though that theme is set to continue for the next 5 days to come. That's it. Take care.